Can we not pretend to care? Can we not pretend to have like a little shred of empathy and humanity for once? And people are like, he had to release this video and ruin her big moment. Honestly, if it were me, yeah, the world would get sick of seeing that video.
Wait, you're telling me that the ex-Mormon swinger reality show star with 2 baby daddies ended up being a little bit unhinged? No way.
Hi friends, it's me, Nikki. Welcome back. Today is a bit of a doozy. I was just trying to wake up the other morning, scrolling on my phone, going through the apps, trying to feel a bit more alive. And then my soul was forcibly sucked out of my body as I'm watching this video of a metal chair getting violently thrown at this gentleman. Freeze frame. Hi, it's me, Nikki, editing this video. A few things before we get into it. I just called him a gentleman because that is I don't call people like that guy, that man. I always say that gentleman. That's just a vocal little quirk of mine. I don't know what to say. Also, throughout this video, especially as things start to get heated, I start slurring my words. I got Invisalign a couple weeks ago, and I'm still not talking super normally. It's because that's just the noise my mouth is making. Okay. And there was a particular name that seemed quite familiar, and some extensions that reignited a spark in my brain, and it was like a sleeper cell hidden in there woke up. Taylor Frankie Paul. Taylor Frankie Paul first got her start on Mom Talk, the site of TikTok where Mormon women shook ass for Jesus Christ. I'm joking, but I'm also not. Those Mormon moms, they were throwing it back, busting it down, dancing in front of their sick child. And that wasn't Taylor Frankie Paul. That was one of the other girls on the subsequent show that came after this big soft swinging scandal. Where basically they were all sleeping with each other's husbands or each other. I don't understand. All that goes right above my head. There's this soft swinging scandal. It's not a soft scandal, but they call what they did soft swinging. Soft swinging. Don't look that up. I'm not sure what it is. Don't look it up. And then Hulu had the bright idea of picking up a show on them called The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. It ran for about 3 seasons, and if it sounds like I'm skipping some information, I definitely am. There's a lot of drama that goes on in the show, but this isn't about that. And I'm not sitting around to watch 3 seasons of Mormon women making petty remarks about each other while drinking soda. But I did watch some recaps of the show, and I was gagged. I was like, oh my gosh, she did what? But I think it mostly comes from the person who was recapping it, which was, I think, entertaining enough to stave off the more boring parts of them just being passive-aggressive towards each other the entire time. Because it's not like a normal reality TV show where all of the women get absolutely plastered and just duke it out like idiots. And duke it out verbally for the most part. We'll get to that. And she's announced to be the next Bachelorette. Bachelorette, if you live under a rock, is a reality TV show where a bunch of men try to date one woman. They film the entire season of the show. They film it all. And it's supposed to air. The premiere is set and scheduled. And then a video comes out of Frankie Paul brutally, hard to watch, throwing things and hitting and kicking her current baby daddy, boyfriend, husband. I don't know. Okay. So there's so many moving parts to this. There is going to be things that I miss and things I can't talk about or things that I'm just not aware of, and so I don't mention them. If there's anything important that I miss, please put it down below. I'm not trying to be flippant because I think this is a serious conversation. I know I laugh and smile and all the things, but it is really serious, and that's just how I know how to talk about things. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, make sure you like and subscribe and comment and it helps me in the algorithm so I can make more fun videos or sad, angry videos, because I'm about to start getting angry. And and it'll be a lot less fun than talking about stupid reality TV shows, because it's about to get kind of real. Yeah, so thanks. So this video comes out and everything is canceled. There's an important part I'm leaving out though, very purposefully, because right now, if this is all that you know about the situation, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe they filmed the whole season and then had to cancel it because all of this just came out. That's where you're wrong. I wanted to talk about this so much because the minute I learned this information, my jaw was on the floor. Because after that video, after this incident with her partner at the time, she was arrested. She was charged, like, with abuse and DV, and also endangering of a child because her child was there. I'm not going to show the video because it's really violent and upsetting, and I'm sure you can find it really easily. I could find it really easily, but I don't want to show that here in case anyone doesn't want to see that. In which case, like, you're valid. You shouldn't have to see that. I saw it very by accident, and I was like, it was like watching a train wreck. Like, I couldn't look away, but I was like, oh my god, it was really hard to watch. Especially knowing that there is a child there in the room, watching it all happen, who does end up getting hurt. And so she's also charged with child abuse. I think she pled guilty to the DV, and the other charges got dropped. So do you know when all of this happened? In 2023. In 2023, all of this happened. Like, not just the incidents and now she's being charged. Like, it was on the first episode of The Secret Wives of Mormon Lives. Wait. It was on the first episode of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. That's how that first episode ends, and then it cuts to a few months later. Basically, it's after these events, and she's kind of back from wherever she was. So, riddle me why on your dating show you would knowingly have the main character in your reality dating television show someone who was charged with DV. ABC, spell that one out for me. What were these people thinking? I know what they were thinking. Money, money, money. Money, money. They all just want money, right? And this lady is popular right now. She's talked about. She has a salacious past. I feel like growing up, they always told me, like, be careful what you post on the internet. Colleges and future jobs are going to be Googling you. And depending on what's, like, they find, they might not hire you. But this lady can have a whole ass reality TV show. Can have whole charges pressed against her. But if I post a bikini pic on Instagram, future ruined. What? Okay, so there is some important context in that Dakota is the name of the man in the video, or behind the camera in the video. He's not a good person. Okay? He's not a good person. I feel confident saying that because many things can be true at the same time. This lady can be a hot wreck and an abuser. That guy can be a mess and an abuser. He could have, gone physical with her at some points. He could have just been verbally and emotionally, and I say just as in, like, not physically, been mistreating her. And same with her to him. And it all could have been one gigantic shit show. But the minute that you start throwing a metal chair at somebody, like, the moment a object or even a hand is getting thrown, I don't like you. I don't think you're a good person. I think you're deplorable. I'm not talking about if somebody needs to defend themselves. Like, defending yourself is one thing. But the minute that you instigate a physical fight, or you have a fight and you make it physical, I'm going to read this article from MSN In light of the newly released video just surfaced today, we have made the decision not to move forward with the new season of The Bachelorette at this time, and our focus is on supporting the family, a Disney Entertainment Television spokesperson said in a statement to Entertainment Weekly on Thursday. Less than a week away from the scheduled March 22 premiere, however, news broke that alleged incidents involving Paul and Mortisan Dakota, who shares son Ever, was under investigation with Utah police. The Draper City Police Department confirmed at the time that there was a DV investigation involving exes, revealing allegations have been made in both directions. And this is like a separate incident. A video, I believe, was from that incident, one in 2023, from the first episode of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. This cancellation of this show was over a more recent incident, separate from the 2023 thing, which is crazy, and it shows repetitive behavior, and that she can take accountability and say, like, yes, I did these things, you know, it was for XYZ reason. Who cares about the reason, lady? There's no reason why this should be happening. So ABC knew about this. Obviously, all it takes is a Google search. All it takes is knowing about the Secret Lives to know that she has been convicted, tried, and found guilty, and pled guilty to DV against her partner at the time. And now you're going to make her the star of a reality TV show? Why would they do that? Coins. They do it for money. They do everything. Every conglomerate, everybody, everything, every time. It's all money. Follow the money and you'll realize why they're doing this. And honestly, I can so see a world where this season still comes out in a couple months or even like a few weeks, and this was all just press. Miss Frankie doesn't seem too concerned about it all in all, which we'll get into, but it's like all of this, I wouldn't be talking about The Bachelorette if this video hadn't come about and these allegations weren't being thrown around. I have a deep fear and worry that they are going to still release the season of the show. Or maybe that was their initial plan, to still release the season of the show. I don't know. There's a lot more confusing things. There's now like a lawsuit being brought up from the male contestants on the show, which like everybody's suing the hell out of everybody. It seems like ABC is trying to sue Taylor, and the whole thing is like a jumbled mess.
The Bachelorette contestants are suing The Bachelorette. The Bachelorette is also suing Taylor, and the reasons are wild. So it's come out that at least 5 of the contestants are furious, and they are coming together to sue because, number one, they put their lives on hold and other financial opportunities to go do this reality show. Because remember, they have to stay in hiding for several months, even after it's all filmed. But also they're suing because they've said The Bachelorette put them in an unsafe situation, that they were fully aware of what was going on with Taylor and Dakota, and to have her in that situation with them while she's that violent, and so is he, filming is completely not okay. And as The Bachelorette and every company surrounding with it is trying to point fingers, now allegedly they're going to sue Taylor to get their money back for the season that they had to can because of her actions. But we're aware that they were fully aware of what was going on. They knew her past, so how can they really sue if they knew going forward? I think these companies finger pointing are just doing that to spin the PR so they don't look too bad. And I do think the contestants have a point. I think they should go and sue everybody.
Right now there is like a lot of information and who's blaming who and pointing fingers and this, that, and the other and conflicting information. So I don't have much to work with. I don't really know what's going on. I'm trying to piece it together in a way that's helpful for everyone. But yeah, no, so ABC definitely knew that this woman was an abuser and definitely still put her on the show. Riddle me that why you'd want somebody convicted of DV in your reality TV show other than for money and corporate greed. Which, like, okay, reality TV show does corporate greed. Shocker, Nikki. No one else is surprised, but like, where's the humanity? Is there not like a million other women who would want to be on the show? What's the most interesting person you could have on this TV show? Taylor Frankie Paul of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? Was she the most interesting person? Was she the best candidate? I don't know. Everybody's suing everybody. ABC's doing a freaking press tour, pretending like, oh man, how could we have known? If only somebody had made a reality TV show about this. Be so for real. And like I said, you know, Taylor Frankie Paul, TFP is not too worried about it. Roll the clip.
Go home. Why are you walking around Utah with a bow tie like nothing happened? It's time to repent. They must have something like that in Mormonism. Girl, try it out. How about that?
She's being seen out and about in her stupid little bow tie t-shirt. Peak fashion queen, slay. And like she doesn't give a care. Can we not pretend to care? Can we not pretend to have like a little shred of empathy and humanity for once? I think the video and the incident on the TV show make it very confusing. There was the incident that happened a while ago, and then there was this more recent incident which just came out, and that's why the show is canceled. Supposedly there was another situation, and so while all of this is happening, the conversation online is super toxic. So many weird people on the internet are getting really victim blamey, and maybe she is the victim, and maybe Dakota, the gentleman, not the gentleman, man's not a gentleman, that's my default word when talking about a man, but Dakota, the man in this situation, is also problematic as hell, definitely, if not physically, tormenting this woman mentally, at least, even just from watching the stupid TV show. Alright, people are calling it reactive abuse, which is basically when somebody torments and eggs on and provokes somebody until they finally snap, and then they use that snapping against them, like hold it against them, maybe take a video or audio of it, get that reaction as ammunition against them to further like use and control them and whatever.
I am so tired of seeing so many comments of people defending this woman, saying that it's reactive abuse. Can't you tell it's reactive? The fact that he picked up the camera and started recording her, I could tell it's reactive abuse. The fact that she threw 3 stools at this man, 3. He even said, your child is right here. Your daughter is right here. And she still threw the stool to the point where her daughter started crying because she got hit in the crossfire. That's not reactive abuse. That's being psychotic. That's being crazy, and that's being a danger to your children. And do background checks just not even matter anymore because she was arrested for that incident? She's literally a felon. She pled guilty to a felony of aggravated assault. She's still on probation to this day. How was she even able to be the Bachelorette to begin with? But I think it's a mixture of people having parasocial relationships with people that they don't know in real life, will never know in real life, people that they only see on their phone, on a social media platform, or on TV, and a mixture of people failing to realize that men can be victims of domestic violence.
I don't think everybody defending this woman and saying that everybody should just forget about it. It's 3 years ago. I don't think a lot of people know that it was not 3 years ago. The situation that got this show canceled was not 3 years ago. Although the situation 3 years ago is why this is why this season of The Bachelorette should never have been made. Hot take, because it is a hot take apparently to say, like, they all suck. This lady sucks. The guy sucks. They all are the worst. And I don't think, though, that we should start blaming the guy that all of this is happening. And people are like, he had to release this video and ruin her big moment. If I had a video of somebody throwing a chair at my head and potentially hurting my child in the affair, you know, I would use that video as much as I so damn well please. Honestly, if it were me, yeah, the world would get sick of seeing that video. Everybody would see that video. Because that's his experience if he wants to post about this and ruin her big premiere. Oh, well, fucking boo-hoo, bitch. Boo-hoo. Go suck an egg. These people all are the worst. Anyway, I'm not engaging in any discourse about victim blaming behavior if you want to say something about that, your comment might get deleted. I'm sorry. I'm getting angry now. I'm getting angry. I'm getting so mad. This whole situation is absolutely ridiculous. I'm sure more information is going to come out, especially since there was this more recent event, which is why the show was canceled like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I know more information is going to come out. This wasn't a super, super comprehensive video. I'm sure that maybe after the whole situation is over, I can make a longer video, more long-form video going in depth as to like breaking down the actual timeline of events, because we're going to see how all of this plays out. Anyway, if there's something I missed and you want to add it down below, leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. Once again, let's not victim blame. Let's just agree it takes two to tango, and these guys were tangoing all over the place. That's my opinion. What is your opinion? I'm like out of breath. I'm like, I was like freaking out a second ago. Anyway, I love you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.